I know this has been quite an interesting journey. I remember the initial conversations that we were having with the UNDP team, led by Anthony, and the team from Koika, trying to put something together that would advance the various efforts that we've been trying to work on towards addressing the challenge. And when I read and look at our hashtag, or basically what you're calling Brace for Peace, we continue to build resilience and empower communities for the sake of peace. And I want to appreciate every player who has made this or who has been involved in this process, particularly the individuals from the three countries that are part of this program. That is Somalia, South Sudan, and Kenya. So allow me to take this opportunity to welcome all of you and to also extend my sincere gratitude to all the participating countries, the regional organizations, and international partners for your commitment to addressing the critical challenges that are posed by violent extremism. Your presence here underscores the shared responsibility and collective determination that we have to tackle one of the most pressing security threats that we face, not just as a region, but also globally. Today marks a significant milestone in our partnership towards lasting peace and development, and I'm honored to be invited by the UNDP team to be part of this important launch. As you may know, as a country, we have had we've been a long and strong advocate for peace, and we have consistently prioritized development over conflict. And despite our special status, where we have comparatively maintained peace and stability more effectively than a number of our neighbors within the Eastern Horn of Africa, we still face our own share of challenges on a day-to-day basis. In certain regions of our country, including the capital, we have regrettably witnessed occasional extremist activities. Just a few meters from here, we had the Westgate terror incident a few years back. In the north, we had the case at Garissa University. At the coast, there is Lamu, there is Beketoni, and still at the capital, we also had the Dusit experience. And most recently, the Shakahola tragedy in the coast in Kilifi County. And all this underscores the persistent threat of religious motivated violence in our nation. And it's always easy to look at it from more or less as an Islamic challenge. But if you think about the Shakahola spectacle that we are actually still dealing with, it tells you that what motivates us in the name of religion actually doesn't have boundaries, and it's not just confined to one particular set of religion. Now, these occurrences have not only led to devastating losses, but have also left us in a perpetual state of heightened security and anxiety. In the case of Shakahola, you have those who are very vulnerable, and those who actually were most affected were women and children. And they're the most vulnerable, and in our efforts to build resilience within our communities and to empower people, a lot of focus needs to be targeted at the most vulnerable amongst us. Moreover, the competition for natural resources and border disputes, especially in our arid and semi-arid regions, has similarly been a source of extremism. In these areas, pre-existing grievances are often exploited by extremist groups to further their own agenda. From these experiences, we've learned that our communities, particularly in vulnerable regions, are often the primary targets of these threats. And we've also come to understand that social cohesiveness and peace cannot be enforced They must be willingly embraced by citizens to be fully guaranteed and also to be sustainable. And as we launch this program, I think the aspect of sustainability is very important. Kenya's journey on domestic peace building has accelerated in the past 2 years. In March last year, His Excellency President Ruto initiated a comprehensive evaluation of our peace-building architecture, demonstrating the commitment to tackle the dynamic challenges related to peace, security, and social cohesion. And this we were able to work on with our partners, UNDP being one of them. The Ministry of Interior and National Administration appointed a team of independent panel of advisors comprising of 13 distinguished Kenyan peace builders to spearhead the national dialogue and formulate what we term the new agenda for peace in Kenya. While acknowledging the valuable contributions of existing peace mechanisms, the new framework identifies persistent conflict triggers and emerging pressures such as violent extremism. It highlights varying risks across different regions that contribute to radicalization and the escalation to violent actions. The peace-building architecture outlines specific violent extremist risks, including conflicts related to identity and politics, exposure to extremist ideologies, and sensationalist coverage through online and media platforms. And this has become a new frontier for propagating extremism based on what people either believe or what people perceive as what would be areas of grievances. Together with limited economic opportunities that we continue to experience, we are having a growing population, which is largely very young. The challenges around opportunities. And as a country, we've had our fair share of challenges around this space. And one of the biggest threats to security is the issue of youth unemployment or underemployment, where we have limited opportunities that are available, and this directly impacts on all the other facets of life. So this launch, ladies and gentlemen, therefore presents a valuable opportunity for us to take stock of our achievements, to assess the challenges that lie ahead, and chart a course of action that aligns with the new peace-building architecture in the context of our country. And it will also enable us to effectively address the root causes of violent extremism. Our country recognizes the crucial need to strengthen our national legal and institutional frameworks, enhance our border controls, and also to be able to promote regional cooperation. We realize that effective implementation of these measures requires more than just local effort.